Hello miners, Rusty coming at you. Today we're going to take a look at a Sixleaf knife. This is a Sixleaf SL-23. Do want to point out Sixleaf has upgraded their boxes. They were flimsy square boxes, almost like a Kershaw box, and now they make them in a little bit hard to get, but they're much more sturdy and just a better, slimmer box. But you didn't come here for that. This is the knife. I'm going to call this a funny folder. Okay. Hey, of course, it's a rattlesnake design. Tang Lee asked me if I wanted to check it out. If I was a customer return, they said it had quality issues. And Tang said if I paid the shipping, then he'd have the knife mailed to me. And that cost me about $9-10 bucks. So that's a good deal, I thought. So, funny folder. It's made out of titanium and it does come with different colors. We have the pinkish, or excuse me, a green version. Sorry about that. My dog decided to attack a biker. But anyways, she's hunting. She wasn't interested in him. So we're looking at titanium. We do have color varieties and kind of a teal and a light purple. And this is the raw titanium. I didn't order it, but if I had, I probably would have ordered this one. So let's take a peek at what we get, because there is a knife in here. So this external frame has a detamp ball. I'm not sure if that's ceramic or not. But then the frame, this is where the funny folder comes in. The frame rotates around. Okay, and that's not going anywhere. There's a blade in here. It rotates around, and when you get to this part, you can drop her in like so. And once you've done that, now your external frame is inside your internal frame. Let's see if I can get that. Yep. So here's your external. It's inside this. And your knife doesn't have any, well, it's got a little bit of side-to-side play. Nothing horrible. But your lock, I mean, is your hand strength. So if you're holding on to that, it's not really going to go anywhere. You've got this supporting the knife. You got this external frame supporting the knife. And then we'll go like so. And fold it like that. So that's the funny folder. Let's take a peek at the blade, shall we? Ooh, now that I'm here, I'm going to go that way. But pay attention. You don't want to cut yourself. So, like Rattlesnake does, he does some blade magic, in my opinion. This is quite a bit, darn, it's almost very much almost a straight point, with a tiny recurve, which then gives you belly. A very cool looking Sixleaf hologram. The plunge grind, ooh, comes and then just barely got the right. Okay, so that, you guys tell me on that sharpening. You don't have any room, but the way he terminates that. But I'm kind of scared to press down too hard. So it just is, just the geometry on these is always spot on, in my opinion. We got that top swedge going here, coming out to a nice point. And take a peek. I think he does a good job with the blade finish, or they do. But I know Harvey Lynn, if you go to his Instagram, he's very active and experimenting with different things like the anodizing. He's active in experimenting with the different blade finishes. He's done ceramic type of a bead blast, stonewash. He's been making knives for quite a while. I was aware of him with the Tucson TS208. I want to say a 205. I bid up to 130. That was an integral Tucson. Integral, if you want to call it. Anyway, that's a look at the Sixleaf TS Okay, you're gonna know where the, and let's take it out. SL-23, I think they've done something to their etching. Maybe it's lasered, but it looks a little different than the normal one. And Tang, I'll send this to you. Really not noticing any quality control issues on the knife. It's solid and sharp, rust free. Might be a little scary for people. You got to be careful when you take this and you move this up. You got to remember it's coming out. A sharpened edge is coming out of there. All right, guys. Thanks for joining the miner. Hey guys, before we go, I did want to do a quick size comparison. So we're taking a peek here. We are losing our light, and we're gonna take a peek. We got this nice hardware on this, so it can look like screw. You can take it apart. We do have the pivots here and little pivots there, but then we get out here. Now this is the part where you gotta watch. So there's the sharp part. You gotta be careful with that. And just reminds me of the Kaiser Dolman in a way in my hand when it's for size and kind of for blade shape. Well, at least length and so on. Definitely not blade shape per se, but taking a peek at the length of the blade. You gotta get a hold of this thing. So sort of like the top part, it's sort of like the Dolman with that recurve, which is now on my finger. So we'll take a peek at it this way, shall we? Kind of a cutting edge to a cutting edge, if I can make that happen. All right, I'll lay it down one more before the lights go out, shall I say. And just like my, oh, what is it? I'm carrying it with me today. Gotta find it. There we go. Just like my butterfly knife, I'm sure there's a way where we can just do a little one-handed thing. As before in the butterfly knife video, I talk about how you can manipulate this, and do it all with one hand. There's going to be a time, imagine, maybe when, there we go. There we go. Got her with one hand. Not quickly, but we got her. All right, guys. Thanks again.